Hello my sweet bestie angels, welcome back. We are back with our TBR jar. We didn't do this last month because I did like a different concept. We did a dartboard concept. If you haven't watched that, I'll link it down below. I thought it was a lot of fun, but I did really miss my good old TBR jar. You guys know I'm obsessed with this thing. I love it. And so maybe sometimes we'll switch it up, but I do think we'll always come back to our TBR jar. Also guys, look at my crew neck. We have a girl with throne of glass. It is finally starting to cool down enough that I can wear my crew necks again, which is very exciting. And I just got sent this one from my bestie Caitlin. Lily Caitlin, you're the best. I will link her bookstagram down below because if you're not following her, what are you doing? She makes the cutest content ever. But this crew neck is from Cree shop. I will also link them down below because they have such cute bookish merch. And she also sent me this t-shirt. This is not sponsored. I'm just really excited about it, so I'm sharing it with you. Are you kidding? Look how perfect that is. That is a stack of Magnolia Parks and then the cherubs. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Anyway, go check them out if you're looking for some bookish merch. Another really exciting thing is that our TBR cart is stocked. You guys might have seen a couple of weeks ago I uploaded my annual birthday book haul where I just let myself go a little bit crazy and order a bunch of books, and I shared them all with you guys. But that means that our TBR cart is full again, and honestly I'm really happy about it because it makes this video just so much more fun having quite a few options because we were running low. The TBR cart was getting kind of empty, so very excited. There are so many books on my TBR cart that I am itching to read, so I'm really excited to see what our monthly TBR is going to be for the month of May. As per usual, we will be picking out 6 prompts and therefore choosing 6 books to go on my monthly TBR. So let's get straight into it. Starting off with prompt number 1. 3-word title. Okay, we actually have so many options already. We could do Remarkably Bright Creatures, The Rose Bargain, The Rag Picker King, The Ash Trials, The Wedding People. What's this one called? I know it's 3 words, but I get the words mixed up because they're not on the title. I do really want to read this one though. Our Infinite Fates. It doesn't have the name on the title because it's the art copy. We have The Silvered Serpents, Love Just In, Promise Me Sunshine. That's actually really high on my list as well. Threads That Bind. That's been on my TBR for so long. I should probably choose that. The Rose Bargain is also super high on my list. And then also Promise Me Sunshine. These are probably my top 3 for this prompt, but I don't know which one. We'll do 1, 2, 3, and we'll get Siri to pick a number randomly. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 3.
The answer is 3.
That means we're going to read The Rose Bargain. Pop these up here for now. Hopefully we might be able to get those on the TBR as well, but we'll see. This is The Rose Bargain. I'm pretty sure this is a YA fantasy. I feel like I've heard a lot of talk about it in the book community recently. I think it's like a fairly new release and it is the first book in a duology, I believe. But the premise of this sounds so interesting. I've heard people compare it to The Selection, which is a YA dystopian series that I absolutely adore. I feel like so many people love that series, so anything that kind of gives that vibe, like sign me up. But it's set in England, 1848, so I think it's gonna have kind of that Regency vibe to it. Is Regency the right word? It's not Regency, it's the Victorian era. Either way, in my head it's giving, I think it actually has been compared to Bridgerton, but is that Regency or is that Victorian? Either way, I've heard people say it's like Bridgerton cross The Selection, so it has that vibe to it, you know, like the fancy dresses and the balls, and like girls have their season where they like meet their husband and blah 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 blah. It says the season is officially open. High society girls line up to bargain with the immortal Queen Maureen for qualities that will win them suitors, but this year there's a competition to win the hand of her fae's son, Prince Bran, and if our main character wins, she will basically just like save her family, so it's a big deal. But it just sounds fascinating. It sounds like such a vibe, like honestly so many of my favorite things in one. So I am really excited to read this, and I'm so glad that we have it as the first book on our May TBR. Prompt number 2. A long title. Okay, I don't know what is technically classified as a long title, but we'll see what some of our longer titles are. Say You'll Remember Me. That's only 4 words technically. That's not really that long, is it? The 3 Lives of Kate K. That's 6 words. This could be a long title. The Ornithologist's Field Guide to Love. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words. I guess that's not particularly, I feel like that is one of the longest. I guess the 6-word titles are our long titles. So what was the other one that we had? The 3 Lives of Kate K. That one, like I'm intrigued, but I'm not as intrigued as this one. The Serpent and the Wolf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I think we might go with this one. This book is by India Holton. I've only read one of her books, but I really enjoyed it. It was just a lot of fun. It was kind of like silly goofy. I feel like her books are kind of cozy fantasy-ish, but I don't know if they're like technically cozy fantasy, but I'm pretty sure this series is a little bit academic. I've heard people compare it to Emily Wilde, which is a series that I absolutely love. On the back it says, 2 rival ornithologists seeking one dangerous beautiful bird. That sounds so boring, but like I know it's not going to be boring. Anyway, is the hunt of their lives also how they find the love of their lives? Professor Beth Pickering is on the verge of finally capturing the rare death whistler bird when Professor Devon Lockley swoops in, stealing both her bird and her imagination. For his part, Devon has never been more smitten than when he first set eyes on Beth. When a competition to become Birder of the Year by capturing an endangered... there are so many big words. Caladrius bird is announced. Beth and Devon are forced to team up to have any chance of winning. They're hunting the rarest of species, but will these rivals discover something even more endangered? True love. Honestly, I didn't even look what this book was about because I just knew I was probably going to enjoy it. I just love India Holton's writing. She just writes like really absurd, just like ridiculous kind of stories. Like they're so silly, but that's what makes them fun. Like she'll write these romances that are just, yeah, the characters are just kind of stupid, but also probably extremely intelligent. It's just silly, and I love a silly, goofy time. Like sign me up. I don't know why that kind of stuff appeals to me, but it just does. And I've also seen Katie is Reading rave about this series, and I really love her recommendations. I feel like so many of her favorites end up being favorites of mine, so I think she gave this 5 stars, so I was like, I don't even care what it's about. I trust Katie's Reading, and I also really enjoyed the other book that I read from this author, so that's all I need to know. Moving on to prompt number 3, any romance. Any romance. Okay, but now I'm overwhelmed because there's too many good choices. Okay, let's see if we can. I feel like at the top of my list, I would have to say You'll Remember Me, Out of the Woods, Same Time Next Summer, Picking Daisies on Sundays, and Promise Me Sunshine. Those are probably like up there for me, but I think I have to go with Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. This came out April 1st and I still haven't read it, and that is just very unlike me. Abby Jimenez is one of my favorite authors of all time. I love so many of her books. Like so many of them are like top tier books for me, and so the fact that I haven't read this yet is kind of crazy, but there's kind of 2 reasons why. One, I was/am in a bit of a reading slump, unfortunately, since finishing The Conditions of Will. If you saw my last vlog, you would have seen that. Like nothing sounds good to me, and I do not want to pick up a book by one of my favorite authors during a time where I'm slumping. Like I do not want to potentially ruin a reading experience for myself by reading it at the wrong time. And if you're a mood reader, I'm sure you'll understand, like if you're not in the mood for that book, it will totally ruin your reading experience no matter how good the book is, and that is what has put me off. Also, actually, the second reason is because I have seen so many mixed reviews for this book. I've seen some people give it 5 stars, say it's the best Abby Jimenez book they've read, and then I've seen some people give it like 2 or 3 stars, saying this was not her best work, probably the worst Abby Jimenez book they've read, which is crazy to me. Like I don't understand how some books can have such polarizing views. Obviously everyone has different opinions, and I'm glad we all have different opinions, but I'm scared because the last 3 releases. No, 4. The last 4 releases, oh my gosh, by Abby Jimenez have been 5-star reads for me. Life's Too Short, Part of Your World, Yours Truly, and Just for the Summer have all been 5-star reads for me, and the idea that this might not be is just really sad. And maybe it will be, maybe it won't be. It doesn't have to be. Like not every book by your favorite author is going to be your favorite book. But I'm scared. I'm so scared to pick this up and not enjoy it. It's just hard going into a book when you have such high expectations. So I just want to wait until I'm not slumping anymore so I can give this book the best chance that I can, because I do think that the timing of when you pick up a book is so extremely important, and if you don't pick up a book at the right time, it can vastly change your opinion. So I'm gonna try and read this month, but if I'm slumping, I'm probably not going to. But I'll keep you guys updated because I know a lot of you want to see my opinion on this one whenever I do read it. Oh my gosh, this is shaping up to be such a great TBR so far. Like I'm so excited for all of these books so far. Moving on to our 4th prompt. A Goodreads Choice Award nominee from the past 3 years. I already have one in mind. Let's look up the Goodreads Choice Award winners from the past 3 years. So I pulled up the winners of the Goodreads Choice Awards from last year because I feel like that's probably my best bet. And the first thing that has shown up is the fiction winner, and that is The Wedding People, which I do have on my TBR cart, so we're looking good already. As for the other winners, we have The Women by Kristen Hanna. I don't have that. I would love to read that though. The God of the Woods. That was on my TBR for last month, and did I read it? No. I do have that on my Kindle though. The romance winner was Funny Story, which I've already read. The romantasy winner was House of Flame and Shadow, which I've already read. The fantasy winner was Somewhere Beyond the Sea by TJ Klune. I don't have that, but I'd love to read it. The sci-fi winner was The Ministry of Time, which I do have on my TBR card. Horror, You Like It Darker by Stephen King. Debut novel was How to End a Love Story. I also don't have that. The audiobook winner was Funny Story by Emily Henry, which we've already read. Young adult fantasy winner was Ruthless Vows, which I've read and loved. Young adult fiction was Heartstopper Volume 5, which I don't have. The non-fiction winner was The Anxious Generation, which I also don't have. The memoir winner was The Third Gilmore Girl, and the history and biography winner was The Bookshop, A History of the American Bookstore. So we have two options on our physical TBR. We have The Wedding People and The Ministry of Time. These are both books that I would really love to get to, honestly, ASAP. I feel like they're very different vibes. This one has been on my TBR cart longer. I've had it on here since like January and haven't picked it up, and this one is a fairly new addition for me. I'm kind of leaning towards The Wedding People. I don't really know why. I've heard, again, such mixed things about this. Some people love it, some people hate it. I know it's very heavy and quite just like sad, I guess, but I think it's supposed to end up being a little happier, a little more hopeful by the end of the book, because I think it's supposed to discuss just like connection between human beings. But we follow a woman who is staying at a hotel, and she gets to the hotel, she checks in, and she realizes every other person at this hotel is there because they are attending a wedding. So she's the only person there that is not there for the wedding. But our main character has been through a lot, and she is just not doing well, and she is there for a very specific sad reason, and the bride finds this out and is determined to not let that happen. I think specifically because she doesn't want her to ruin her wedding day, but I think it becomes a bit more than that from what I've heard. Uproariously funny and devastatingly tender, The Wedding People is an irresistible novel about love, friendship, dysfunctional families, and the unexpected paths that lead to happiness. There's a girl that I follow on TikTok who I really love, and she talked about this recently, and she said it reminded her of Anxious People by Frederick Bachman, which I recently read and quite enjoyed, so I'm intrigued to see what I think of this. Like I said, I've heard mixed things, so I'm unsure how I'm gonna feel, but I'm very intrigued to just find out what my own opinion is. Moving on to prompt number 5. A book with a name in the title. The Rag Picker King? Would that be a name? Because they call him the Rag Picker King, but that's like, I assume, not his like actual birth name. Julie Chan is Dead, I guess, is an option. The Three Lives of Kate K would be an option. Beartown, I guess, would be an option because it's the name of the town, right? I actually don't know. I think so. I don't know for sure. I feel like it would make the most sense to choose either Julie Chan is Dead or The Three Lives of Kate K because they clearly have names in them. And I think I want to go with Julie Chan is Dead because the premise of this is fascinating to me. It reminds me a little bit of Yellowface by R.F. Kuang. This is an arc, but it says it's coming out in May. On the back it says it comes out 29th of April. So either end of April or start of May, I'm assuming this will be on shelves. So very, very soon. And this is also a debut novel by this author as well. But apparently this follows a twin whose identical twin has passed away. And instead of calling 911, she realizes that because they are identical twins, she could technically kind of like take over her twin sister's life and like steal her identity and be able to live, not even vicariously through her, but like actually live her life now that she is dead, because her sister lives quite a luxurious, glamorous life and she is jealous. So she steals her identity, becomes her twin sister, and is hoping that no one figures it out. And her sister is an influencer, so I'm assuming she has to like continue posting and like making content and stuff like her sister was. It just sounded so interesting to me. Like, I've just never read a book like this, and it's technically a thriller, so I am absolutely fascinated. Also, it says on the back, all she has to do is keep her head down and blend in with the beautiful belladonnas, the tribe of influencers who had welcomed Chloe, which is the twin sister, into their inner circle before she died. She'll breathe, detox, work out, curate each post, filter each picture, spend whole days filming unboxing videos, but someone out there has to know even identical twins have their differences. Whoever wrote the blurb for this, congrats, because it sold me, it got me so intrigued, and now I am just fascinated to see what this book is going to be like. I hope it's good. It just sounds so good. I'm excited. I haven't read a thriller, I don't remember how long. A long time. I'm not really a big thriller girly, but that one, it sold me. Moving on to our final prompt. Prompt number 6. A book someone you follow didn't like. I don't know. I feel like I saw multiple people really not enjoy Deep End by Ali Hazelwood, and I still haven't read it. And the reason why I haven't read it is because of the amount of negative reviews that I've seen. And I have seen some positive reviews as well, so I don't want to say it's all been negative, but I have seen multiple people rate this quite low. So I think this could be the perfect book for this prompt, and I still want to read this. Like, I still want to at least give it a go and like see if it's for me. I don't know if it will be based on the criticisms I've heard. Like, I don't know if it's going to be for me, but I want to give it a go. It's about a diver and a swimmer, and it looks like they just make some sort of arrangement. So is it like a friends with benefit situation? And then I assume they get feelings. I don't know. I am intrigued to see what I think of this. A little bit scared because I'm not sure if it's going to be for me, but we're gonna give it a go. I'm really happy with this TBR for this month. We have some fantasy, we have some romance, some fiction, and a thriller. I'm gonna do some rearranging and then we will do a recap. So for our final May TBR, we have The Rose Bargain, The Ornithologist's Field Guide to Love, Say You'll Remember Me, The Wedding People, Julie Chan is Dead, and lastly, Deep End. And before I end off this video, I thought it would be fun to talk about some of the new releases coming out in May that I am really excited for, or ones that intrigued me, or ones that I'm hoping I might pick up, and these are all according to Goodreads. So the first one that I'm intrigued by is Frederick Bachman's new book, My Friends. This one says expected the 6th of May. I still have plenty of other Frederick Bachman books to read, but I am excited to see what people think of his new one. We also have Carly Fortune's new book coming out, One Golden Summer. Very intrigued by this one because I loved her release last year, but the ones previous to that weren't my favorite. We also have The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. This one is one I'm really excited about because the amount of people that I've seen love this book, like they got ARCs, they read it, they loved it, is crazy. Like, I feel like usually you see ARCs come out and obviously people have different opinions. Some people love it, some people don't, but I feel like I've seen an overwhelmingly good response to the people that received ARCs of this book, so I'm very excited. We also have Catherine Stenter's new book, The Love Haters. I haven't read all of her releases, so this one's not like super high on my list, but I'm definitely intrigued, and if people say it's good, I might have to read it myself. I think Rewind It Back by Liz Tomford also comes out in May, so I'm excited about that one. But I think those are the main new releases that I have my eye on. Let me know if I've missed any that you think I could be interested in. Maybe I haven't read the author before, but you think I'd enjoy them. Let me know. I'd love to hear about it. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing which books I picked for my May TBR. I always have so much fun picking these out, and I hope you guys enjoy watching them. But I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video very soon. Goodbye.